The Carrington estate was a palace of glass and marble, filled with everything money could buy. But its grandest room was always the quietest. There, in a wheelchair by the window, sat 17-year-old Adrian Carrington, the only son of billionaire Richard Carrington. Adrian had never walked a day in his life. Doctors across the world had been consulted, specialists flown in, and treatments attempted, yet nothing worked. His condition remained a mystery that money simply couldn't solve. The boy rarely smiled, his world confined to screens, books, and the view from that tall, arched window. His father drowned himself in work, hoping luxury would fill the void, while house staff whispered about the heir who would never stand. Then, one morning, a new maid arrived. Her name was Grace. She was young, with warm brown eyes and a voice that carried both strength and gentleness. Unlike the others, Grace didn't look at Adrian with pity or forced cheerfulness. She greeted him as though he were any other boy. "Morning, Adrian," she said the first day, placing fresh flowers on the table. "Looks like the sun is waiting for you outside." Adrian frowned. He wasn't used to being spoken to like that. Most people tiptoed around him, careful not to say anything that reminded him of what he couldn't do. But Grace seemed different. Over the days, she lingered near him when she could. She told him stories of her childhood in the South, of running through fields barefoot, of how her grandmother taught her that healing was sometimes more about the soul than the body. Adrian, though guarded at first, found himself listening. Then, one afternoon, she pulled up a chair beside him. "Do you believe in impossible things?" she asked. Adrian gave a half smile. "Not really. My life doesn't exactly prove miracles happen." Grace leaned closer. "Maybe the miracle isn't what you expect. Maybe it's hidden in trying." Her words unsettled him, yet something inside stirred. A week later, Grace asked if she could try something. She brought no equipment, no medical tools, only her hands and her faith. She knelt before him, gently placed her palms on his legs, and whispered, "I know the world told you no, but let's teach your body to believe in yes." Adrian laughed nervously, but Grace's conviction was unshakable. Day after day, she returned, massaging his legs, guiding small movements, urging him to focus not on what he couldn't do but on what he might try. Just an inch today. Tomorrow, maybe another. At first, nothing happened. But then, one trembling night as the storm raged outside, Adrian felt a spark, a twitch. His toes moved. He gasped, staring at Grace with wide eyes. Tears filled hers. The following weeks were a blur of effort and disbelief. Under her encouragement, Adrian pushed, stumbled, and failed, until the morning came when he gripped the edge of the window frame, trembling, and rose. For the first time in 17 years, his body obeyed. He stood. The household froze in shock. Word spread like wildfire. Richard Carrington, the father who had long given up, rushed into the room, his voice breaking as he whispered, "My son, you're standing." Adrian's gaze shifted not to his father, but to Grace, the woman who had seen possibility where others saw defeat. And in that silent, breathtaking moment, the impossible had happened,